If you're anything like me, you've spent a decent amount of time pondering which recipes in this game are the best. If that's the case, or you just want to know the answer, then you're in the right place. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Vest, and today we are going to be looking at the top 5 recipes in Tower of Fantasy. Now, in all honesty, I've re-recorded this video like 3 times because I tend to waffle and this is a surprisingly complex subject. So in order to keep this as concise and coherent as possible, this is the structure for this video. I'm going to tell you the recipe, I'm going to tell you what you need for the recipe, where you can get that stuff, as well as how to unlock the recipe itself. I'm going to have timestamps for each of the recipes and what they're for in the description, as well as a link to the interactive map that I'm using to find all of these materials. Because as the saying goes, you teach a man to fish and, well, he can fish. I now also know how to pronounce satiety, so that's a good thing. I'll tell you what, let's start there. What is satiety? Satiety is essentially a bar that allows you to self-heal, and as you do, your satiety goes down. You gain satiety by eating certain dishes that give it. Super simple. Given that 4 of the 5 dishes on this list have that stat, I figured I'd get that out of the way because I'm sure that would be a big question of yours. Anyway, let's actually get to the video, shall we? First up is the Snow Lotus Soup. This is probably the best HP recipe in the game at the minute, giving 20% plus 60k of your HP back each time you eat it, as well as 800 endurance, allowing you to use more aerial attacks and the like. This requires 1 Snow Lotus, which can be found in the Warren Snowfield. They look like these little flower heads that are on the ground. Do not mistake them for Snow Azaleas. And then you also need 2 honey, which comes from Bangers/Astra. Be on the lookout for these beehives, destroy them, and kill the needle bees inside. Doing both has a chance to drop honey. In order to unlock the recipe for this dish, you're going to want to go to one of the food vendors. I prefer using Harriet in Bangers Dock. And you're going to want to buy carbonated water. Lots of it. Once you've got your ingredients, go to any of the dancing cooking pots, busting a move, and click on the creation tab here in the bottom left. You're going to want to put the single Snow Lotus, 2 honey, and then fill the rest up with carbonated water. This will bring your success chance to 100%, ensuring that you don't waste your materials. If you do this correctly, you'll unlock the recipe, which will then be able to create with just the Snow Lotus and 2 honey henceforth. Numbers 2 to 5 are, spoiler alert, the different damage type food recipes that give you 2% to your given damage type, as well as a flat 150 on top. They also give 20 satiety. Bear in mind that these don't stack, so you're going to want to pick the one that corresponds with your top DPS. i.e., if you're using Samir, you're going to want the Vault one, which we'll cover now. For Vault damage, you're going to want the Purple Yam Pie. This requires 1 Purple Yam, which once again can be found in decent abundance in the Warren Snowfield, as you can see on your screen right now. Just as a quick note, if you do use the interactive map for this, for some reason it's labeled as Potato and not as Purple Yam. They've had their name switched, so just keep that in mind. It's the one in the Warren Snowfield. You're then going to need 3 brown rice. This can be found in decent abundance within the Via, specifically around the Raincaller Island region. Once again, once you've collected all your materials, just put the single purple yam, 3 brown rice into the creation menu, and then fill out those slots with the carbonated water, and you should get the purple yam pie recipe. Next up, for flame users, you're going to want the steak with mushroom sauce. This is going to require 1 prime cut. This is a rare drop from most animals as far as I'm aware. However, you can find quite a few of these guaranteed within the Astral region. You then need 3 fire caps, which can be found in plentiful abundance within the Crown Mines. Just have a look at the map and you can't go wrong. And then once again, find yourself a dancing cooking pot, go to the creation menu, slap that prime cut in, the 3 fire caps, and then fill it out with that trusty carbonated water, and you're well on your way to getting the steak with mushroom sauce recipe. For the frost users out there, you're going to want the salmon sashimi. This one's much more simple than the others. You're just going to need a rare drop known as the lake bass, which can be found in the Warren Snowfield waters over to the east. So catch yourself a few of those and then return to a cooking pot, put in the bass and drown it with carbonated water, and the salmon sashimi recipe will be yours. And then finally, for those who want Claudia or are planning on using a physical team, you're going to want truffle fried rice. Each serving requires a single black truffle, which once again can be found in the Warren snowfield, clustered up as you can see on the map. You then require an onion and 2 lots of rice, and you're quite in luck because this can also be bought from the vendor. So head over to Harriet, buy yourself your onions and your rice, and just an emphasis on that is rice from the vendor and not brown rice from the Via. Easy to get mixed up. Throw those into the creation menu in the quantities I discussed, so that's 1 black truffle, 1 onion, and 2 rice. Fill the rest out with your water, and bam, you've got yourself your truffle fried rice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's probably the simplest way I could explain getting these things, but of course, if you do have questions, feel free to put them in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best to answer them. But for what it's worth, those were the 5 top recipes that are in the game right now. If this did help you, definitely leave a like, and consider subscribing for more quick, helpful Tower of Fantasy content. I'll catch you in the next one.